Hey, how's it going? All right, now before I get into the video, a lot of you guys are probably clicking on this video because you're getting angry. The point of the video is not to piss you off. The point of this video is to increase your quality of life and maybe draw conclusions that would benefit you in the future. So what I'm gonna ask you guys to do is one thing: suspend your emotions. Think logically, think from a critical standpoint. Now, most people's knee-jerk reaction is whenever their ideologies are attacked directly is to get defensive, is to put their walls up, not listen. Basically, all you do is like you start like a cycle of basically only listening to people that agree with your standpoint. Now, in this video, I'm gonna say this first and foremost. A lot of the red pill ideologies, I 110% agree with. All right, that I 110% agree with. All right, obviously, women don't like the quintessential nice guy. They don't. Women do have a decaying shelf life. They do. Women don't like losers. However, the standpoint you guys are taking towards this, the anger, the emotions behind this is unhealthy, and it's not helping you out in your life whatsoever. So I will pick fun at this topic in general. I am going to tease the red pill theory, but I'm also going after feminism. It's all these anger-based ideologies that are not logical. Instead, they're taking a place of emotions over logic. And that's the part of it where I don't agree with. When you're not actually taking on like a mindset or a certain type of click that's going to help you and propel you in your own life, you're taking on ideology that's actually going to hold you down, that's actually going to make your life quality a lot worse. Why would you follow it? Why are you going to follow a subject matter that's going to make your life worse? If I could prove to you in this video that if you're following feminism, red pill, whatever, that ultimately this is going to hinder your life, would you change your mindsets? Would you change to a more healthy way of being? Answer this question: does red pill benefit your life or hinder you? Have you found that by following it, has your life gotten a lot better? And I want you to actually look at the quality of your life. Has it gotten better by following this ideology? If it hasn't, then something needs to change. In the same way with feminism. If you guys are following feminism, and I mean hardcore Nazi feminism, light feminism, I don't have any issues with. But if you're a hardcore feminist, my channel currently, I believe is shadow banned because of feminism. And I'm still giving you guys like some good like ups. Like I should be the most emotional about feminism. If you're following these things, not because of a logical standpoint, something needs to change. Now, for a long time, I was wondering why a lot of people take on these kind of mindsets, why people follow hardcore feminism or hardcore red pill theory or even black pill theory. I've tried to help out a lot of people in this area. I've tried to help people and draw conclusions for themselves that would help them out and benefit them in the long term. And I'm always the kind of person that suspends my own mindsets to try to figure out if somebody else has a better version of reality that's actually a little more accurate. And I'm always trying to work this out. I spent like an entire year trying to figure out if feminism, red pill theory, black pill theory were actually true, and I was just delusional. I tried to like work it out in my own head and try to think it through for a long time. And ultimately, after doing this for a long time and thinking about it, I realized there's just something wrong about it. And what I realized was that there's something wrong with the people that generally follow it. Not wrong in like an attacking kind of way, but the way that you guys are thinking about this. Now, people are not always so logical. Like you guys, like some of you guys might be completely under the belief that you guys are a logical human being. Now, I've looked at statistics on this. Most people, the majority of people, lean towards being more emotional as opposed to logical. It's 60% of people are running more emotionally and making their decisions on an emotional basis as opposed to a logical basis. Now, even worse, some of these people are not only emotional, they're also judgers over perceivers. Now, a judger type person is a type of person who is going to very hardcore decide this is the way that the world works and there's no other way. If anybody tells me there's another way, I'm not even going to entertain this. This is the way it works. Now, this makes you very charismatic and also makes you very stoutworth ultimately. Like if you do find the old the true, grains of truth, and you take it with this judging mentality, your life's going to be awesome. But if you follow really bad ideals on this judging, like this is the way the world works kind of mindsets, your life is going to be shit. Now, ultimately, if you're a person who takes emotions and you're heavily in your emotions and you're also very heavy that this is the way the world works, you're not most likely going to listen to me, no matter what I say. I've dealt with this a lot in the past where I've dated girls who are very heavy feeler judgers, and I would try to even draw to the fact to them that they might be even feelers. And they would just deny it. They would not even hesitate to even think about it for half a second and be like, am I a feeler? huh, no, like instantaneously, without even like thinking critically about it. Like, no, I'm not. I think logically. I think strictly logically. Like everything I do is so logical, and it's impossible to get through to them because they're unwilling to actually look into themselves and think and build any self-awareness. Now, so for those of you guys who are in this kind of a mindset, who are like, no, the world works one way, and this guy that's talking to me on YouTube, he cannot possibly tell me anything that I don't already know. That's stupid. All right, first, like not trying to like make you emotional, not trying to piss you off. It's ultimately just a stupid way of being. It's the same reason that like somebody that decides I'm going to be a Democrat or I'm going to be a Republican because my parents were that way without actually thinking it through and deciding to make your own decisions in life. So while you're watching this video, try to suspend reality, try to suspend this belief that you are attached to this ideology. You're not the ideology. You are a unique individual who can decide what the hell he wants to believe. And if something is not helping you out, as a person, as a critical thinking entity, you should be able to dislodge from the beliefs and move into more beliefs that are actually going to help you out, ultimately. All right? So with that being said, let's get into the video.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.
Now, I took a lot of time to study a lot about these kind of cultures and to really try to understand what's going on here. And what I've realized is that nowadays in the screaming match that is the internet, everybody's trying to make everything look like it's the biggest fucking deal in the world. And this is the reason why. Now, if you're like a Democrat, if you're a Republican, if you are a Nazi, if you are like what the fuck ever, you are not going to get any people following you if you don't get them emotional nowadays. Because the majority of the society is emotional. If you want to get people off their asses, you get them emotional. You're not, the goal of like of a campaign for any group is not to necessarily to convince people to be on your side. Like as I keep looking through red pill theory and all this kind of stuff, it's like a lot of them are preaching that they're trying to help out women, but I've never seen them actually ever in their videos take on the actions that would be like meant to truly help somebody out. Like as I'm doing this video right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm trying to do this from a caring, like empathetic place. I'm not attacking you. But I see that most people who are doing these videos are doing it in like a fuck you kind of way. Fuck you, I hate women. Fuck you, I hate men. Fuck you like the far right. Fuck you, the far left. Fuck you because you're white, because you're cis straight white male. Fuck you because you're trans. Fuck you, like it's like this screaming match. And the reason is because people want to get other people off their asses. If you're not making the other side look like the fucking demon, if you're not making it look like it is like the world's worst fucking thing ever, you're not getting them fearful, if you're not getting them angry, how are you gonna get people on your side? So everybody's like, the other side is the world's worst fucking thing in the world. So now everything is the world's worst fucking thing in the world. Because as humans, our RIS, the way it's built is that we're gonna focus on things of value and threat. What has the most accumulative value and threat? If you think the other side's gonna fucking like murder your family, if you think it's gonna be the downfall of like civilization as we know it, why wouldn't you get off your ass to actually do something about it? If like red pill, feminism, both these different ideologies, they both come from victim mentality. You're not focusing on what you have control over, you're focusing on what you don't have control over. Yes, a lot of red pill theory is true, but you're focusing on the anger, you're focusing on why it's injustice. You're not focusing on how to fix yourself or fix the problem in general. You're just being pissed off about it. You're watching these videos to piss yourself off. And I say this because I run into you guys all the time in the strip. I game on the strip all the time. I go and approach women. And I run to red pill guys on occasion. I'll tell you guys about one story. So I was on the strip. One of my friends took a girl home. And I see this guy on the strip, and he's filming himself talking to girls. I'm like, cool, pickup artist guy. Here, I'm going to use him as a wing so while I go and approach. This will be a lot of fun. I'll make a new friend. This guy, he's a YouTuber. I'm not going to say his name. Just because I'm not trying to smear anybody, but fucking creepy as all hell. This guy would approach, and the entire time, all he wanted to talk to me about was why men are fucked over and why women have it better. And it's not that way. It's just different. Nobody has it better than anybody else. Everybody just has it differently. Now, with this mindset in place, this guy would approach and creep the women the fuck out. So what I started telling him to do was just watch me. I'd go and approach women, I'd smile, I'd be really genuine, I'd talk to him in a good way. And he started seeing me get grabbing phone numbers. He started seeing me making out with girls. He started seeing me like doing really well, where girls would like really be leaning into me and telling their friends to like hold on while he talked to me. And from this place, this guy started kind of realizing, he's kind of seeing it a little bit. I don't know where this guy is nowadays, but I hope through the experience of hanging out with me that he started kind of realizing that you have control of your life. You have more control than you know. And the more that you focus on the victim shit, the more that you focus on the shit you don't have control over, is the more bandwidth that's just wasted. The more that you focus on what you have control over, though, the more bandwidth that you can use to focus on things that you can control and mold your world to, the more that you actually become a genius in your own right, the more that you have control and the more that you get liberated in your life. Like, we're in the age of this is the most prosperous time in the entire universe. Like, you're a human being. And the majority of our ancestors, so this civilization has been around for 6,000 years. And even most of that 6,000 years, it's been pretty shitty. And before that 6,000 years, human ancestors have been around for 2 million years. We were getting chased. We didn't even have clothes at points. We had spears and we had fire. Like, you are in such a great time in your life and you can't figure this out. You can't be successful. You fucking can be successful. You're just focusing on all the bullshit that you don't have control over. So instead, this is what I'm gonna say. Focus goes, energy flows. If you're focusing on negative bullshit, this is where you need to start, this is where you need to draw the line for yourself. No more. When you get a negative emotion, you need to be like, okay, this is something I have no control over. I need to stop focusing on this, and you need to reframe it twice. Reframe it. Oh, look at this girl. She's really attractive and shit. You know what? Fuck her, because she wouldn't like a guy like me. No. You know what? One day, I'm going to be somebody that's going to be worthy of getting a girl like that into me. This girl's probably a super sweet-ass girl. And you know what? I'm going to work on myself till I'm worthy of that person. Why are people watching the videos? Now, negative emotions are addictive. If you're angry, it's an addictive emotion. It makes you prideful. It makes you feel better. Even if you're not actually getting any true life value out of it, it makes you a lot better. And none of the people that I've ever seen in these videos are actually getting any improvements. I live in Las Vegas and I'm a pickup artist. Personally, I believe that pickup artistry is the most self-fulfilling tool that you can use in self-improvement. If you want to improve yourself as a person, pickup artistry is the world's best tool. I'm going to show you guys some pictures right now of me when I was like 7 years ago and how I progressed over the years and how I learned to improve myself and how I didn't just pretend like I knew something. I actually went out there and experienced it. I went and approached a lot of people. I approached tens of thousands of people over the course of almost 10 years now. And I found the truth. I approached. I talked to a lot of women. And eventually I refined my character. I refined my personality. I refined the way I looked. I refined the way that I talked. If your ideology is making you worse, making you more dark, more disgusting, less empathetic as a person, you need to change it. Because the self is always coming through. If you're an angry person and you're trying to talk to women, it's gonna come out. If you don't love women, guys who are good with women love women. Why? Because they get good experiences with women. If you're adopting all these negative mindsets, you're the cumulative of the 5 people you surround yourself with. You're gonna be an angry motherfucker. Now, one of the arguments that Red Pill always talks about is how women love bad boys. They hate the good guy. And now, they hate your version of the good guy. All right, now, and I say this because I used to try this out. So when I first started going into pick'em and I went out to approach women to figure out the truths of reality, I approached to try to get the girls into me no matter what. So I'd be like, hey, let me hold the door open for you. Hey, let me be super fucking sweet to you. Hey, let me buy you whatever the fuck you want. And because I was like this, girls would reject me. But why? Because I had an ulterior motive. I wasn't doing this because I cared about them. I did this because I wanted something from them. I was trying to manipulate them into liking me. And it came across because the self is always coming through and women are emotionally intelligent as fuck. They have that intelligence. They can read you really well. So whenever you're coming up to them and you're trying to be sneaky, the only women that are going to respond to this are going to be low self-esteem women. Now, the next level, at some point you're going to get pissed about this. And this is where most guys get stuck. And usually it's in Red Pill. So you get stuck right here. You're like, fuck this, when I'm a nice guy, women don't like me. So now I'm going to be an asshole. Fuck women. You come up and start being an asshole to women. And again, the only women that respond to this are low self-esteem type women. It does work for a certain category of women. And I say this because it worked for me. I got a lot of crazy bitches into me. But the majority of women would turn me down and would not be interested. Now, I had a lot of bullshit happen to me to make me realize this over time. I'm a naturally empathetic person. I thought I was a sociopath. I wasn't. I'm an empathetic person, and I'm built that way. It was from this kick dog mentality where I wanted to fuck the world over because I felt injustice, because women didn't like me. So what did I start doing? I started being more and more aggressive until eventually I had a lot of really bad experiences, and eventually life caught up to me, and I had to change my ways. So then I started being more empathetic in my sets. I started talking to girls as people. And the second I started doing this, my results with women skyrocketed. It's not just the shitty, low self-esteem girls like me, it's every fucking girl. I'm an attractive person because I'm an empathetic person, because I'm fun, I'm free. I don't give a fuck if they like me or not. And because I don't, because I approach from a place of just absolute not caring, they love me. This is what a lot of you guys need to realize. It gets to a point where you go out and you approach, like, try all this shit out. Like, try this the fuck out. It's true empathy that actually ultimately started getting me results with women. It was actually caring about the woman when I talked to them. This whole Chad movement is bullshit, first and foremost. However, not everybody's gonna agree with me, so that's fine. I'm not gonna. The point of this video is not to bring you around to my side of beliefs on this. It's not. But I'm gonna tell you guys one story. Now, I was on my Facebook channel, Denton Fisher, if you guys wanna look me up. I was on my Facebook where I do a lot of live videos and whatnot. This kid messages on one of my live videos, and he is very pissed off. He is like, don't tell people what you can or can't control. Women only care about looks, and they only care if you have a six-pack, if you're 7'5", if you have a long dick. If you don't have these things, women will not like you and you have no chance. Quit lying to people. Now, at this point, I was legitimately trying to help this guy out. I wanted to improve his quality of life because I could tell this guy was in a lot of pain because I used to be exactly where he was. And so I started talking to this guy, and I'm trying to get him to drop his emotions so he can actually listen to me logically. And I tell him, look, man, if you think that being in shape, having money, all these things is going to get you the results that you think you want, then you know what? You need to go get those things. You need to go get in shape. You need to go make money. Because what this is going to do naturally is going to make you confident. Then through that confidence, you're going to do really well with women anyways. So why not go chase this stuff down? And instead of actually listening to me and letting me help him out, his response was, fuck you. Fuck you. And I don't want you to be the same person. I want you to be able to actually alleviate this pressure, this pain. You can get out of this. This is totally in your control. All right, this is the fucking matrix. This is the red pill. This video is the red pill. This is like the one thing that you could do to be Neo of the Matrix. If you want to fucking move this shit, you don't do it by focusing on things you don't have control over. You can bend reality with your beliefs alone, with your thoughts, with like your life. Like you can improve. You're just like, you're putting your bandwidth in places where it's not going to help you out. Fucking clean this shit up and you can have whatever life you want. This is why pickup artistry, the most attacked thing currently on the YouTube, the most beautiful and painful thing that I ever went through is probably your best option. Red pill, black pill, blue pill, all bullshit. Pickup artistry and thinking things through critically with a critical eye and logically thinking this stuff through about how you can improve, the most important, powerful thing you can possibly learn. With this trick alone, I completely 180 changed my entire fucking life. And I've seen a lot of my friends do the exact same thing. A lot of my clients, a lot of people I take on boot camps, literally over the course of a weekend, changing their fucking lives based on this one tool of going out and talking to women, going out and talking to strangers. Like, how can you not get in touch with the world? Red pill preaches that a lot of anger, but they don't talk about how to improve. They don't talk about going out and talking to women. They talk about how to be angry and how the world really works, but they don't preach how to improve. And that's the problem with it. They teach how to be angry and pissed and how you can have so much injustice in the world. And when you're focusing on injustice and victim mentality, you're going to be stuck in victim mentality for the rest of your life. You're going to be stuck in this ego, this constant trend that's going to cycle in on itself, this self-belief in the story that your ego is going to drive and push. Because your ego is, if you have a self-identity, your ego is going to try to procreate this ego and this character. It's going to want your life to be static. Now, for you, you cannot go out and interact with the world and keep your constant beliefs. It's going to be painful. Don't get me wrong. Going out and getting rejected is painful, but it is a necessary evil. You have to go out and go out and approach to see how the world really works. If you don't actually figure out how the world really works, how can you figure out this puzzle? Like, you're sitting in your room speculating about how it works, not actually going out and approaching and experiencing it. Now, the hardcore feminists are no different. All right, I've seen a lot of them. I've talked to feminists in the streets. They're emotional human beings. All right, it's unfortunate. It's sad that it's impossible to talk to these people, but they are very strong in their emotions, and it's tough to dislodge them from their feelings. And I've dated girls that are hardcore feminists. I have, and even talking to them, it's impossible to get them on my side, to convince them that the world may not be the way they think it is. It's tough to get somebody that's so heavily emotional, so in their emotions, to see things a different way. Now, if you guys want to actually look into this, I've studied psychology really heavily, and look up the Myers-Briggs, look up extroverted emotions, extroverted feelings. Like somebody that's an extroverted feeler, like first and foremost, that's their main cognitive function. It's where they talk about their feelings so much. These kind of people are very, they can be a little bit manipulative. They can also be very emotional. They can be very heavily in their emotions, and they're not talking through a logical headspace. So when somebody's like, all right, look, I too want to make the world a better place. I want to make it better for man, woman, black, white, Hispanic. Like, I want the world to be a better place, but I take it from a logical standpoint. Logically, how can we do this? The problem is, though, is that everybody's trying to like put little bumper guards on everything, trying to make everybody safe, trying to put everybody in this little like foam covering to protect everybody because everybody's so fragile. Everybody's fragile because you're not putting them through any work, because you're not putting them through under any stress. A knife doesn't get sharp because it lays in the drawer all day. It's sharp because somebody put it to a whetstone and like ground it down. Like I've been through a lot of bullshit. Like, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, look at my other videos on my life leading up to this moment, and look at all the bullshit I went through. And if I did not go through this bullshit, I would not be so intelligent. I would not be so sharp. I would not be able to talk to you in a very charismatic way on the camera because I would be weak. People need stressors. And this is what people that are in their feelings don't understand. All right, so as a human, we have this ability to get into like a we group and then fuck everybody else. This is our group, and then everybody else, fuck them. You know what? Oh, they're white, fuck them. Oh, they're men, fuck them. Oh, they're women, fuck them. And you need to like be able to sustain this and understand this about yourself. You need to be like, no, everybody's my best friend. Everybody, we're all into this together. We need to make the world a better place together. Not in this kind of attacking way, like fuck them, fuck this, fuck that. And understand that people are people. We're all fucking empathetic creatures. We're all caring human beings. This isn't this like fucking like, this entire video is not meant to piss people off. This is me legitimately trying to help you out. If you're somebody that believes one of these beliefs, feminism, red pill, whatever, like, this is something you need to fix. And I'm gonna say this, feminism is fucking up my business right now. I am shadow banned. Like, I haven't had a subscriber since the whole like pickup artist attack thing. Since the pickup artist attack on YouTube because of feminism, because of the BBC smear campaign, I haven't had a single subscriber in like a month and a half, almost 2 months, because of this thing, because they shadow banned me. And I'm still on this camera preaching that I still am a caring human being towards these people that fucked up my business. I'm okay with this, I understand. But this is something that we need to address. All right, everybody, like, if you're in your feelings, like, your initial reaction to anytime somebody attacks your beliefs is to instantly put up a wall. No, fuck this person. I'm not gonna listen. This person does not have my best interests at heart. Fuck them. I do. You want to follow this emotional thing because you're addicted to it. Now, you're going to be leaning into it and you want to follow it. You're angry. You're like, you want to like go down there and you want to dislike this video. You want to comment on this video, fuck this guy. But I want you to hold on for a second and actually hear me out and think through logically. Think if I am logically saying the truth. If this doesn't make sense to you, if I'm not actually a caring person, if you don't see it in my eyes and I'm trying to help you the fuck out, go in the comment section, say fuck you. Say fuck you, Denton. I know it, honestly, I don't even know why you even clicked on this video. I'm gonna go smear you. I'm gonna go throw you on some random ass blog. Jezebel, come for me. Getting angry that women choose men on a very picky basis, that they're very choosy about the men they choose, is like getting angry that it rains. Can you control the fact that it rains? No. What can you do? You can buy a fucking umbrella. If a girl's choosy, become a guy that's worthy of like the woman that you want. Don't get angry. Suspend yourself. Allow yourself to look at the moment and take the emotion out of it and just look at it in a flat, logical way. What is the way that you can push and move the world? All right, and there's a lot of ways you can do this. You know, when I was like 18 to 24, I would consider myself hilariously stupid. And the reason for this being was because I put my brain into places where it was not necessary for it to be. I wasted my RAM, my natural RAM. You only have so much intelligence. And when you're focusing on like all this bullshit that you have no control over, you're stressing out, you're angry, you're pissed, you're focusing on the fact that women are like, care so much about looks, which they don't. All right, by the way, they don't. Men care way more about looks than women do. But women care about status. They care that you're a person that's free, that's fun, that's somebody that is masculine, there's a masculine presence. And this is all shit you can work on. Men actually have more choice in dating than women do. It's just that women only want the top 1%. And I'll say this, there's not that much competition. If you're watching this video, we have the most potential for being the top 1% because you know this exists, because you know that you can become one of these top 1% people. All right? Women in general, if you're like one of these bottom 50%, bottom of the barrel type of guys, women do have it better. But you have so much more inherent value and more potential. You just have to drop this like victim mentality, this red pill bullshit, this black pill bullshit, and like actually like work on your lives and try to improve. If you don't do this, you're fucked. And with that being said, peace.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess. Cause I've been living wrong, I know I've been blessed. I had 1,000 chances, how many left? I've been sinning lately, what do you suggest? What should I do? I want 999 more Hail Marys right now.